From their unwavering courage to the explosive nature that defines their very existence, every psychological aspect reveals a fascinating and unique side of the Aries. In today's video, we are going to unveil 10 psychological facts about the Aries zodiac sign that you probably didn't know, and number 2 is far more common than the world realizes. If the world of astrology intrigues you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of what's coming next. You will thank me later. Let's begin. Number 10. Individuals born under the sign of Aries are defined by a character of immense power, a trait that carves their path through every situation in life. This inner strength grants them the ability to face challenges with absolute determination and bravery, never retreating in the face of destiny. Their impulsive nature drives them to make rapid, decisive choices, unburdened by the weight of doubt or hesitation. However, this same impulsivity can sometimes lead them to act before they have fully weighed the consequences of their unleashed energy. Furthermore, those born under Aries are known for their raw honesty and integrity. These are people who voice their opinions and defend their convictions with passion. This trait is a double-edged sword. It can command deep admiration, or it can ignite conflict, depending entirely on how the world receives their brutal truth. Number 9. The strength of an Aries has no equal among the zodiac. Ruled by Mars, the planet of energy, action, and war, Aries is defined by valor. It is believed that this planetary influence instills a will of iron and a fearless nature in those born under this sign. The strength of an Aries is visible in their audacity to confront difficult situations head-on and their ability to lead with absolute resolve. They do not hesitate when the abyss stares back. They approach adversity with determination. This indomitable spirit makes them natural-born leaders, capable of inspiring others with nothing more than their courage and unshakable confidence. Number 8. Aries are the guardians of justice. They despise betrayal and have zero tolerance for dishonesty. Fairness and a resistance to deceit are the core values for anyone born under this sign. These traits reflect their genuine and honorable nature, setting them apart in every human interaction. Aries possess a powerful sense of duty. Integrity is not just a word to them, it is the foundation of their lives. They will not tolerate injustice and are willing to intervene the moment they sense that the principles of truth are being violated. There is one thing Aries find particularly repulsive: fakes. In both personal and professional relationships, they prioritize authenticity and transparency above all else. They are direct and blunt in their communication, and they demand the same in return. They reject hypocrisy and deception, valuing consistency in every interaction. This aversion to dishonesty often leads others to view Aries as the most trustworthy people in the room. Their candor is refreshing for those who crave transparency, though it is important to remember this honesty can sometimes be perceived as bluntness by those who prefer a softer, more diplomatic approach to reality. Number 7. Never attempt to control an Aries or tell them what to do, because they will simply ignore you and refuse to listen. Independence and autonomy are the non-negotiable traits of this sign. These individuals place a profound value on their freedom and will not tolerate being managed or dictated to by others. Attempts to restrict their liberty or give them orders will only trigger immediate resistance and rebellion. Aries are natural leaders who prefer to make their own calls. They possess an innate confidence in their abilities and an unshakable determination to chase their goals. Any attempt to clip their wings is perceived as a direct insult to their authority and self-respect. It is crucial to understand that Aries are decisive and self-assured. They prefer to face the fire alone and solve problems on their own terms. Trying to control them is seen as a sign of disrespect. Instead of seeking dominance, it is far more effective to establish open, respectful communication. Acknowledging their autonomy allows for harmony. Be clear and direct with your concerns, but always, always respect their space and their freedom. Number 6, yan. An Aries is easily influenced by comments, and this almost always lands them in trouble. But once you disappoint them, they become strictly distrustful. The susceptibility of an Aries to the words of others and their tendency to react negatively when let down are significant aspects of their psychology. Born with emotional intensity, they are vulnerable to external influences. Aries tend to take opinions and criticism very seriously, especially from those they trust. However, this sensitivity can lead them to overanalyze, magnifying negative comments until they trigger internal conflict. When an Aries feels disappointed, they can turn cold and reserved, instantly shutting down after having given their trust. The feeling of betrayal causes them to close off emotionally as a form of self-preservation. This distrust is difficult to overcome. It can take a long time to rebuild what was broken. For those interacting with an Aries, you must recognize their sensitivity. Open, honest communication combined with absolute loyalty is the only way to soothe their doubts. Ultimately, they need to feel valued. Though they are prone to disappointment, they possess the innate ability to rise again and move forward with strength. Number 5. Ruled by the element of fire, Aries fall in love easily and become incredibly intense, passionate lovers. The fire that governs them is associated with vitality and energy, which is vividly reflected in their approach to romance. Aries are lovers who dive into relationships with their entire being. When an Aries falls in love, they do so with unmatched intensity and zeal. Their passion is contagious. They are not afraid to show their feelings, being direct in their expressions of love and desire, whether through grand romantic gestures or raw, honest words. An Aries ensures their partner knows exactly how much they are cherished. However, their impulsive nature plays a major role here. They fall fast, often diving headfirst without hesitation. This total devotion leads them to experience love in its most thrilling form, constantly seeking to reignite the spark. But this intensity is a double-edged sword. Their passion can lead to impulsive actions, and their dominant nature can cause friction. While their fiery spirit is exhilarating, it can overwhelm more sensitive partners. For an Aries, the lesson is to balance their zeal with sensitivity. Ultimately, a lover of Aries is someone who brings fire to the relationship, inspiring deep, meaningful, and electrifying connections. Number 4. The curiosity of an Aries is so vast that they often risk everything in search of answers. This sign does not fear danger when their curiosity drives them to explore the unknown. Aries display a characteristic boldness in their pursuit of knowledge. They are naturally brave, possessing an insatiable thirst for discovery that pushes them into uncharted territories in search of truth. When an Aries' curiosity is triggered, they rush into the void, undeterred by the risks that lie in wait. Their determination propels them over obstacles that would stop others. Aries are often the first to explore new ideas, concepts, or places, driven by a deep desire to expand their horizons. Whether diving into a new subject or seeking the answers to life's biggest questions, Aries are always in motion. This bravery extends to physical and emotional challenges. They do not fear danger, They take calculated risks if it means satisfying their need to understand. This makes them pioneers. However, this boldness can sometimes lead them into perilous situations if not balanced with caution. Their impulsivity can overshadow their judgment. Yet, this relentless pursuit of the unknown is one of their most admirable traits, inspiring everyone around them to embrace the future with courage. Number 3. Sex is a key component of any romantic relationship for an Aries, as it allows partners to connect on a higher plane of intimacy. The fiery energy and innate passion of Aries are reflected in their approach to physical intimacy. They view sex as an essential element for establishing a deep emotional bond. For an Aries, sex is not merely a physical act, it is a profound, meaningful connection. They see it as a manifestation of love, believing that sharing this physical space is critical for building a strong, fulfilling relationship. Through sex, Aries find a way to communicate without words, exploring new dimensions of the relationship. Passion and desire are powerful driving forces for them. They view sexual intimacy as integral, valuing the closeness that is born from these shared moments. This physical connection allows them to demonstrate affection tangibly, reinforcing the emotional bond. Their enthusiasm makes them attentive, engaged partners. Ultimately, their passion for sex helps them build connections that are as satisfying as they are enduring. Number 2. Aries can face immense challenges and still maintain a positive attitude, even when they feel crushed on the inside. They radiate optimism and strength, capable of seeing the light even in the darkest of times. Even when facing emotional turmoil, Aries possess an innate ability to hold on to a hopeful view of the world. This positivity is not a mask. It stems from deep resilience and a powerful sense of purpose. Although they may feel devastated internally, Aries choose to project strength, not just for themselves, but for those around them. They view hardships as opportunities for growth, facing them with courage. This ability to remain positive in the darkest hours serves as a beacon of hope for others. Their contagious optimism highlights the strength of their character. However, this does not mean they ignore the pain. They recognize the gravity of the situation, but they refuse to be consumed by it. Instead, they focus their energy on finding the solution, demonstrating an admirable strength of spirit. Number 1. After a breakup, an Aries will likely attempt to part ways with their ex-partner on good terms, yet they will often strive to maintain a distinct distance. This approach stems from their desire to avoid unnecessary conflict and maintain a surface-level harmony. Typically direct and honest, Aries prefer to handle the situation in a mature, transparent manner. They will try to close the chapter amicably, without holding on to grudges or hatred. This may involve open communication and mutual respect. However, despite the effort to remain on good terms, Aries may find it necessary to keep an emotional distance. This is for their own healing. They prefer to build a wall to protect themselves, avoiding re-engaging emotionally in a relationship that has ended. Furthermore, Aries value their independence above all else. Establishing clear boundaries after a breakup allows them to move on and focus on their personal growth. This distance is a vital part of their recovery process, allowing them to walk their path forward with clarity and purpose. If you enjoyed this video, you will likely be interested in the video appearing on your screen right now. See you next time.